So where can you download the Cisco iOS images for free? In this video, we're going to differentiate what you can download for free and what you can't. We're going to talk about how to download the GNS3 compliant images off Cisco.com, how to get the images elsewhere, and briefly discuss how you can run Layer 2 on Dynamips images. So what's free and what isn't? There I've got a list of all the Dynamips images that you can find for free. These are the older images that have worked on GNS3 for a long time. And then what isn't free is Cisco's VIRL and CML images, which now happen to be the preferred Cisco images for GNS3. So what can you download off of Cisco's site? Because most all of the devices are completely end of support, the only one that you can download off of Cisco.com is going to be the 7200 image. And it's also the only Dynamips image that's available in 15.x. And then I have a list there of all of the images that are no longer available on Cisco.com. And I'm going to show you how to find the 7200 image on Cisco.com. Okay, so here we are at Cisco.com, and I'm going to click on software downloads. Then in the search bar, I'm going to type in 7200. Then I'm going to come down to 7200 series routers, select the 7201. Then I'm going to select software on chassis and then iOS software. I'm going to go down to 15.2 or 15.2M, and then from there you can select what version you want. I would go to this one because this just happens to be the latest one that they have specified on the GNS3 website, but I'm pretty sure that if you went with one of the newer versions like up here that would work as well. And I would go with the Advanced Enterprise Services. Okay, so please note that you're only going to be able to download that off of Cisco's site if your Cisco login is tied to a service contract that gives you permissions to download those things. So if you're starting out and you haven't made that association, then you're not going to be able to download from Cisco.com. So if you're in that position, then what do? Well, you can find the Dynamips images elsewhere. It's not an official method that I'm going to show you exactly what to do. If you really want to get your hands on the images, activate incognito on your browser, get your antivirus running, and there is numerous easily findable blogs and forums with download links for all the Dynamips images. So if you just get out there and do a little bit of searching, you should be able to find them. All right, so the strengths and weaknesses of the Dynamips images is you can do pretty much all the routing, especially if you're doing the version 15. And the weakness would be switching. For the longest time, you weren't able to do any switching whatsoever in GNS3, but for the 2600, 3600, and 3700s, you can use cards that have switching functionality. So you can do some stuff, but it's not going to be exactly the same as having a full-on Layer 2 switch image. And all this is described here on GNS3 documentation. I'll have a link in the description to this page. And it says here the Dynamips images are incapable of running iOS images from Catalyst switches, and it's unable to emulate the ASICs used in those types of devices. For switching, you can use an IOU L2 binary image or an iOS VL2 disk image with QEMU. However, if you want to use Dynamips images, you can use the EtherSwitch module with the 2600, 3600, and 3700 series. Keep in mind that this works differently. It uses the VLAN databases and does not support the following features. And then it has an extensive list of features that are not supported. However, if you're unable to purchase the VIRL images, this is better than nothing. So in conclusion, the VIRL images are the best way to go about using GNS3, but you can get started with the Dynamips images without spending a dime. All right, so in this video, we showed what you can download for free and what you can't. I showed you how to download the 7200 image off Cisco.com, described how you can get the images elsewhere, and then went through some of the strengths and weaknesses of the free Dynamips images.